the driver was a different man. But after the bus moved and was already going, I noticed that it was our main pastor driving the bus. He kept on driving recklessly without listening to what people were saying. And before I could even understand what was happening, the bus suddenly lost control and it started swerving violently from one side of the road to the other. And I heard loud screams filling the whole bus as people held on to anything they could, but nothing could save us. And in one moment, everything turned into chaos because the bus crashed into something with a very loud thud and a terrible sound. And it felt like the whole bus broke into pieces with glass shattering everywhere. I saw metal bending and bodies were being thrown in every direction. And after that, everything became silent in a way that was very strange, as if nothing had happened. Everywhere, it was completely silent, but everyone was lying in a pool of blood. And when I looked around, I saw something that made my whole being shake because I saw my own body lying there, lifeless. And I realized that I was no longer inside it. And as I looked more closely, I saw that everyone on the bus was no longer alive. This included the driver, and their bodies were scattered everywhere in painful positions. And then, slowly, I began to see something else happening, because one by one, the souls started coming out of their bodies, and people looked confused, afraid, and some of them were crying. They were trying to understand what just happened. And suddenly, that was when I noticed a bright light appearing from above. The light was very beautiful and peaceful. And from that light, I saw angels coming down, shining in a way that is difficult to explain, shining in a way that is difficult to explain. And they moved gently as if they were carrying peace with them. And then among all of us, they went straight to one person. And that person was Mommy Dora. I know her very well. She is one of the oldest women in our church. Everyone calls her Mommy. She's a good woman. Even though she is physically disabled, she is often quiet and humble. And sometimes people do not pay any attention to her. But the angels came only for her, and they lifted her up gently. And she looked so calm and full of peace as they carried her upward into the sky. At that moment, it was so beautiful that it almost made me forget everything else. But when the angels left with her, the rest of us were still there. Suddenly, the ground beneath us began to shake. And before we could even react, it opened wide into a deep and dark pit. All of us began to fall into it at the same time, screaming and crying for help. But there was no one there to save us. And we just kept on falling deeper and deeper until we finally landed